Hi everyone, welcome to my chaotic corner of the internet. First of all, let's acknowledge that I actually have nails on. Literally at 2 a.m. I decided I was going to start this project. I've had a lot of them pop off already. So let's appreciate them before they all pop off, okay? Secondly, it is raining today. I should have filmed this video yesterday when it was nice. Hopefully it'll be soothing and it won't be like obstructive. Thirdly, we're in the kitchen again, but that is about to be resolved. Fourthly, it is the 1-year anniversary of this channel. Please wish me a happy anniversary in the comments. But cheers. I like the blonde version way better, but this is what we got, baby! So a couple of weeks ago, I warned you that this day would come. I had asked for questions on my Instagram and on one of my previous videos. A lot of you asked me some really good questions. I'm really excited to have them all written down in here. Let's start with the most pertinent question, which is, what made you want to start a channel? I've always been filming stuff. When I was a kid, sometimes as a special treat, my parents would let me borrow their camcorder, and I would make poltergeist videos. I'd pretend there was a poltergeist in my house. And my mom's such a good sport about it. She would hide off camera and throw things in my direction so I could be like, it's a poltergeist! So literally ever since I was a kid, I've been filming stuff, and when I used to have to commute 2 hours a day to and from work, 1 hour each way, not 2 hours each way, I would spend a lot of time talking to myself and pretending that I had a YouTube channel. I would just like sit there in my car and be like, let me tell you all a story about what happened at work today. When the pandemic really hit last year and we were all in lockdown and stuff, I used to spend, like I said, 2 hours a day commuting, and then on top of that, I used to also be going to parties. So during lockdown, I suddenly had more free time than I knew what to do with. That was what inspired me to start this channel, and here we are a year later. If you could change any personality trait of yours, what would it be? I want to be more brave. Anxiety prevents me from doing a lot of things, especially in interpersonal relationships. I'm really bad at telling people certain things or asking people certain questions. I wish I were more brave in general, but especially in social settings. How many piercings and tattoos do you have? I have 7 piercings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I have 3 tattoos. But that's about to change, because the next question is, any tattoo plans? Yes, next weekend. I'm so excited. Next weekend, my friends and I are going to get tattoos. Not like all at the same time, but like on the same day. I'm really, really, really excited. I'm not gonna tell you all what I'm getting. I'm just gonna show you when it happens. On top of that, I have like 2 or 3 more tattoos I really want to get soon, hopefully. What is your favorite piercing? My septum. It's like part of me now. I can't imagine my life without it. What is one body mod that you love the look of but would never get? Elf ears. I think it'd be so sick to have elf ears, and they look really cool on other people, but the cost and the healing time and all of that for something that's pretty much just purely cosmetic, I just don't really think I want to put myself through that. Describe yourself as a season. What season would you be? Yeah, I think I'd be autumn. Like, spring is my favorite season, but I don't think I'm a spring person. I think I'm an autumn person. I'm like the end of the year when things are just a little bit cooler. Not like a harsh winter or anything, but just like slightly cooler than things were before. I'm subdued colors. Greens turning into oranges. I'm definitely spooky season. Yeah. The color yellow or the number 3, and why? What? Definitely the color yellow, because I like multiples of 5. One thing I like about living in the US. I've never lived anywhere else long enough to really weigh in on this. To really know what you like about your home, you have to have spent some time away from it, and then what you miss is what you'll come back for. Because I know people who've lived abroad and they've told me about their experiences and the things that they missed. I think the thing I would miss the most, and this is from talking to other people who've reported this, 24-hour drive-thrus. Apparently a lot of places just don't have that. Wanna help me steal a cow? Yes. Opinions on gauging. I wish mine were bigger, but I've been slacking on stretching lately. For now, I'm content with 4 gauge. I've actually really kind of lost steam on the stretching process. What are you doing? Favorite country you've been to, or one you would like to visit if you haven't? I've only been to 2 other countries so far. I've been to Spain and Portugal. And out of those 2, I mean, Spain will always hold a special place in my heart. I want to go back to Barcelona so So bad. The best day of my life was spent there, just like drinking a bottle of cava on the beach. The Mediterranean Sea right there. Barcelona was also the only place in Spain where we could find free ice. Not a question, but I love your YouTube channel. Thank you. Also, what eyebrow pencil do you use? I use the Benefit Goof Proof Brow Pencil in number 5. Favorite candy or snack? To be entirely honest with you, my favorite candy or snack depends on a day-to-day basis. I'll just randomly crave something. I am consistently down for popcorn, but not movie theater popcorn because that gives me a headache for some reason. I can only eat the microwave stuff. Candy though, candy depends. I tend to be drawn to the more like fruity and sour stuff more than chocolate. What is one daily habit that keeps you sane? You think I'm sane? I will say that something I do that helps me keep track of time, honestly, is feeding my cats because they don't let me forget. I'll forget stuff for myself all the time, but my cats never let me forget to feed them. They keep me, what's the word? Accountable. They hold me accountable. Favorite pizza you've ever had, place, and toppings? My favorite pizza is the margarita. The margarita. I always say margarita and everyone's like, huh? Does it have tequila on it? No, it's Italian. Margarita from Antico? I've never said it aloud before. Antifa? Whatever that pizza place is called in Atlanta that's like kind of expensive but kind of worth it. I like to treat myself to them sometimes because their margarita pizza is bomb. It's like nice and thin. I know this is controversial, but I don't really like crust. I prefer like as little crust as possible, but I also don't like the thin crispy crust. Their crust is thin, but it also absorbs a lot of sauce, and like you can tell the ingredients are just like top notch. When you come to visit me, we're gonna get that. Favorite show, anime, or movie? I haven't seen any shows in a very long time. My favorite anime? I do have an answer for that, and that's Dead Man Wonderland. One of the tattoos I'm gonna be getting someday is going to be Dead Man Wonderland related. It's very meaningful to me in a lot of ways. The character of Nagi Kengamine from Dead Man Wonderland is me, essentially. He's like who I strive to be. I am excited about the second season of The Devil is a Part-Timer. I think it's soon. Either way, when it comes out, I'm gonna be all over that because that's another one of those shows I love. My favorite movie. Can I just say a favorite director instead? Because I don't know which of his films I like the most. My favorite director is Pedro Almodovar. I can't do the DR sound in Spanish. Pedro Almodovar. That's pretty good actually. I find him fascinating. The way that he tells stories is super weird. It's very magical realism, which is kind of my favorite genre. Just enough weirdness in there to kind of make you be like, Pedro, I'm not sure about that. I actually asked for a Pedro Almodovar box set for Christmas, but I didn't get it because it was like $200. What is your favorite thing about yourself? I really think it's buoyancy. I'm really good at bouncing back from things. My turnaround time for healing from events is pretty quick. What is a random specific thing about your life that you just love? That's such a cute question. I have one. Cashiers are always honest with me. It's so funny. I think they know that I used to be a cashier too. Cashiers would be like super, nice and friendly and have their customer service voice on like everyone else. And then when I get up to the register, I'm like, how are you? They're just like, I'm tired, I want to go home. I'm just like, I remember those days. Cashiers will sometimes like talk shit about other customers to me. I just think it's really funny that cashiers trust me. Also, like random people tell me stuff all the time. I think that runs in my family. My mom says this happens to her too, where people will just like randomly divulge personal information to her and she's like, what? Okay, hi. I've been to parties and people have just like come up to me and told me something they claim that they've never told anyone else, and I'm like, all right. Our last question is, what's one of your wildest dreams? I'm not sure if you mean like dreams I've had in my sleep or dreams I have for my life, but I'm gonna tell you both. The weirdest dream I've ever had, at least in recent memory, is that I was visiting an internet friend in Chile, where he lives, and I was like hanging out with his grandma and she was telling me about like the history of the town and how the weather never changes or something. They lived in this big brick building that was connected to this other brick building through a bridge. Like the rooftops were connected. So I was hanging out on the roof with some people, and we were planning a party for all my US friends who were going to be there for some reason. There was this pink cloud off in the distance, and somebody was like, that cloud is from a volcano that exploded in Oregon. And I was like, okay. And this is the part where it gets real weird. What can only be described as a big mattress looking thing, but it was clear. And it was just like flying through the town. It flew under the bridge that we were on, between the houses. It was a mattress, but it had wings. It was like this, and it was just like it made this awful squishing sound with every flap it did. It was just like everyone just like stopped what we were doing. We looked down, we were just like, what is that? Don't like that. Don't like that at all. In terms of dreams I have for my life, I have very modest desires. There's only two things I really want in this life. Number one is I want to get married one day. I want to have some sort of really cool, stable life partner. But no, I still haven't gotten there. Number two, I really want to live in a house that has a bay window. Like at least one bay window in the front. And it has a garage. Once I have a house with a bay window and a garage, I'll know I've made it. I don't aspire to much. Alright everyone, well thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you found it entertaining. If you enjoyed it, please leave me a comment, leave me a thumbs up, maybe even subscribe for more quality content. I can't even say that with a straight face. Really soon, I will have that office set up to the channel.